What is a brand if not a symbol meant to unite a community of people with shared ideals? Even though the first trademarked brand became legally recognized in 1876, human beings have been using symbols to help them identify with each other and the world around them since cavemen drew on walls. Symbolism throughout all regions of the world, throughout all of history, has always used branding to convey their deepest held beliefs, to communicate those beliefs to others, and to unite themselves with the people who also share those beliefs. The human desire to express ourselves through symbolism, through branding, is deeply ingrained within our natures, and it has been for as long as human beings have been able and capable of communicating. And now in 2021, we're seeing the uniting power of branding more than ever, as human nature ever continues to explore more ways to express their deepest held beliefs, their convictions, their affiliations, through the brands they wear, the brands they eat, the brands they support. For this positive impact branding secret, I want to shine a light on Maple Bamboo. This wonderful brand not only encourages people to make the switch from plastic toothpaste to sustainable and ethically sourced bamboo toothbrushes, but for every toothbrush purchased, one U.S. child in need receives a new toothbrush as well. This brand is checking two boxes for communicating shared ideals. They're creating products that are safe for the environment, and they're contributing to the health and welfare of children. The buy one and we'll give one to someone in need business model wasn't invented by Tom's Shoes, but Tom's really brought it into the public awareness better than any brand has in a long time. In fact, Tom's became so successful with their initiative so fast that it had a domino effect on brands all over the world. The result wasn't brands feeling like other brands were trying to imitate them or copy off their success strategies. The result was the formation of a buy one, give one coalition of brands who stood together, even if they are competing brands, and said, look at what we are doing. Yes, please copy us. We are making a real difference in people's lives, and we are succeeding in business. Please copy us. Imagine if every brand did this. Imagine how the world could change. When your brand communicates shared values, you unite a community of people who are passionate and enthusiastic about making the world a better place through the expression of your brand. Human beings are communal by nature. We're tribal. We thrive on a sense of belonging, feeling accepted and embraced by the communities we circulate in. The desire to belong is already there, and what your brand must do is throw the kind of party that will make your ideal individuals feel at home with that. A marketing study a while ago revealed that Volvo had the largest brand community of people with a college degree. So Volvo decided to publish this fact, basically saying that Volvo owners are intelligent, impressive crowd. Then the next year, Volvo did the same study and found that the number of college-educated Volvo owners had increased by 30%. The reason is because this decision to buy is emotional. And we're driven by a need to be where we feel we belong, where we feel good. When Volvo went public saying they had the most intelligent community, they basically triggered people who wanted to feel like they belong to a group of intellects to buy a Volvo. And that's the power of community and branding. So the first thing you need to do is to get to know your ideal individuals best. The brand that knows them the best is the brand who wins brand loyalty. So ask yourself, what problem does my product or service solve for my ideal individuals? What are the things that are most important to them? Is it family? Is it their career? Is it their pets, their status? Remember, you're not your ideal individual. If you were, then you wouldn't need you. What other brands do your ideal individuals enjoy? Ask yourself that. Go to those websites and social media platforms and read their conversations, read their reviews. What do they stand for? What would they never stand for? And structure your brand around throwing them the kind of party that makes them say, yes, this party is for me. These people are my people. You wouldn't throw a tailgate party for the Mercedes-Benz community, and you wouldn't throw a former gala for the Ford pickup truck community, right? So get to know your ideal individuals best, and then use your brand to throw them the party they would throw themselves. Because the brand that knows them the best is the brand that wins brand loyalty. And brand loyalists are the ones who will create the word-of-mouth advertising that will grow your brand. This is the thing. We don't trust the perfect image anymore. No one's perfect. The evolution of this not trusting the perfect images, the projecting of an image of a perfection or achievable perfection can really make us feel suspicious, defensive, or even plain just bad about ourselves. Not really in the buying mood, right? We want brands that make us feel good about ourselves, even during a time of transition. and especially during a time of need, a time like this. Patagonia is a brand who has become an inspiration to millions because of their dedication to sustainable practices that protect the environment their community of outdoor enthusiasts love. But when you read their brand story, you discover 2 times that Patagonia realized their products were actually causing real damage to the ecosystem, instead of burying their mistake to maintain their pristine image that they had cultivated. They are transparent about their shortcomings, and they take responsibility, and they share their efforts that they made to correct their mistakes. A very important and often overlooked aspect of humanizing your brand is forgetting that humans are imperfect, and a huge part of the human experience is learning from mistakes. People don't want brands to be perfect. Expecting perfection from a relationship is unrealistic. What people really want is authenticity, accountability, and consistency. Those are the characteristics that build trust, loyalty, and long-lasting relationships. I'm sure you understand what I mean. The very first story your brand tells your audience comes directly from your brand's name, tagline, and logo. Aim to inspire in people one consistent emotion across all 3. So upon first glance, boom, they get an immediate feeling for who your brand is, what your brand stands for, and what it will likely never stand for. The average person sees about 5,000 ads a day and immediately deletes all memory of, get this, 99% of them. In today's digital world, there's just too much information flying around for people to remember everything they see and read. But they will remember how someone or something made them feel. What is the one emotion your brand wishes to inspire? That one emotion is the first spark that breathes human life into your brand. And that emotion needs to be consistent with the story being told across your name, tagline, and logo. That's the first hurdle any brand must clear when seeking to inspire people to join their community. Because your name, tagline, and logo are the first 3 things people encounter. It's called the blink test, because every brand gets, get this, 2 to 3 seconds, like this, of a person's attention before they decide, in a blink, to delete or to dive in. The blink test is quite possibly the most relevant hurdle in today's brands and that everyone must face in the digital marketplace. So I've created an answer key and a masterclass for how to pass the blink test. If you want to check it out, it's free, and I'll include it in the link in the description below. And I hope that serves you. The decision to buy is emotional, and storytelling is the most effective way to inspire emotion. Ever since we were children, we've been compelled to lean in and listen closely anytime someone says, "Let me tell you a story." And what we're really listening for, relatable human experiences, triumphs as well as failures, highs and lows, love and loss. We listen so intently because the testimony of others helps us to grow, helps us to heal, helps us to know we're not alone on this roller coaster of life. Stories that connect and relate with us, stay with us, teach us, guide us. These are the stories that get locked in our hearts and minds, and they become the guiding light we return to again and again. People want to feel good about their purchasing decisions. We work hard for our money, and when we decide to buy something from your brand, we want to feel smart, having used that money wisely. As cautious as today's ultra-discerning digital consumers can be, when presented with the powerful emotional trigger of authority, we will still often completely trust a brand that has been vouched for by an established expert in a related field, a renowned celebrity, or even a trusted friend. Obviously, a well-established brand has years of experience to tout and years of testimonials to share and years of results to share. So what are the best ways for a new brand like yourself to establish that kind of authority that puts in the minds and the hearts of your ideal individuals a sense of ease, a sense of trust, a sense of belonging? There's always something you can say to establish authority, no matter how long you've been in business. Whether you're a company who can say the most trusted brand for all your home appliances needs for 30 years and counting, or the hardest working and most customer service driven agents in town. The most important thing to know, what your brand is really good at. And to understand that when you call attention to your brand's strengths, using authority as an emotional trigger in branding, that when you are really doing is you are making your ideal audience a promise. Any way you slice it, a good brand is a promise kept. And a great brand is a promise kept again and again and again. That's how a brand sources brand loyalty. And no matter what business you're in, brand loyalty is your business plan. And one more thing before we dive into the strategies I have for you to start using the emotional trigger of authority to inspire trust in your ideal audience. The most potent use of authority for a brand comes directly from the customers themselves. Word of mouth advertising. It's 50 times more effective than any other brand strategy that you can build or imagine. Stick around to the end of the episode because I'm going to give you access to my masterclass for how to come out of nowhere. It'll be the perfect next step to help you build your brand like a hometown that people can't wait to share with others and can't wait to return again and again and again to that promise being kept by your brand. For now, I'm going to give you the 3 innovative strategies for building authority so your new brand doesn't miss out on accessing that power, that awesome power of authority that helps your ideal individuals feel safe, smart for choosing your brand, and welcome. As human beings, we want to feel heard. We feel cared about when we're heard. We feel loved. We want our voices to ring out and reach the people that we're communicating with. And when they don't, when we're ignored or we're silenced, we feel hurt and angry and misunderstood. We are hearing a lot of unified voices right now. We're seeing a lot of people assembling together to amplify their shared value with the hope of making our world a better place. To become an inspiration to millions in 2021, be a brand who amplifies the voices of your community. Who are your ideal individuals and where are their voices not being heard? Your brand can feel like a megaphone that was made especially for their voices to ring out loud and clear by becoming part of the solutions your audience is seeking through your brand. A simple but perfect example of a brand who is doing this so well and is a new brand. It's called Snow Days. Snow Days' target audience is mothers of younger children. Anyone who's ever kept up with a household, even one kid, knows the energy levels that are required. Some days just to get them to school, to their after-school activities, to their desks to complete their homework, bathe and back to bed can be enormously draining. Quick meals like oven food, fried food, and processed food happen, okay? And most moms can tell you they don't need anyone making them feel bad for not always being able to prepare a healthy meal every single day of their lives because they're already hard enough on themselves about it. There's actually a good amount of shame that gets telegraphed to parents about proper nutrition. And for people with busy schedules and other demanding circumstances, their voices are being silenced. Who wants to be heard justifying why their kid had McDonald's twice last week? And we all know the kid isn't complaining. Kids love that stuff. And it also makes it a lot easier to get them to eat, right? So what Snow Days has done with their branding is to amplify those voices of concerned parents who want their kids to eat nutritious food but don't always have the time to make it themselves by creating a fun solution in the form of grain-free, truly organic pizza bites that are secretly stuffed with 7 different vegetables, secretly stuffed, and even 1 fruit. And the best part is you just pop them in the oven. Since their launch in 2020, Snow Days has attracted the attention of not only a major investor firm called Human Co., a firm dedicated to solely backing positive impact brands. If you're one of them, think about it. But Scarlett Johansson was so impressed with her 6-year-old's enthusiasm for eating these pizza bites and so relieved to find something so quick and easy and amazing. And the ingredients truly are amazing. Plus, they taste like cheese pizza. So Scarlett Johansson wanted in and invested in Snow Days as well. Now, maybe you've noticed that my example of amplifying the voices of your community doesn't seem that controversial, especially when you look around at what's going on in the world right now. But it's actually the point. These little decisions and truly nutritious pizza bites are solving a problem that is controversial to their ideal audience. And it does weigh on their hearts and minds every single day. The title of this episode is How Positive Impact Brands Can Change the World. And the answer is always at its essence, one life at a time. There are no small positive impacts. A positive impact's always a big deal because it always ripples out. Thanks for watching. Don't miss out on a single thing. Subscribe below. And here's something else I think you'll love.